Hey people, I'm coming to realize that, well, I've been realized, but coronavirus is becoming a fear tactic. And that's why I titled this video, Don't Let the Coronavirus Control You. Anything that you highlight, anything that you put a spotlight on, as much as they does, or as much as they do, it'll cause an emotional reaction. It'll cause a response. And I'm not saying the coronavirus is not real, because it is killing folks. It is affecting folks. But all viruses does that. All diseases does that. And the repercussions of what the coronavirus is doing is more greater than the 170,000 people that have passed away. And so it's because it's causing people to be detrimental with their livelihood, detrimental with social life, detrimental to their emotional life, detrimental to their family life, detrimental to their financial life. And so the coronavirus is not only killing folks physically, but it's killing folks all them ways too. And that's what makes me know that this is a tool for fear. This is a tool to cause people to be distanced. And God said He haven't given us the spirit of fear, but a power and a sound mind. And He also said, as a man thinketh, so is he. And so if you think that you're defeated, you will be defeated. Oh, and there's one more thing that the coronavirus is doing is messing with people's spiritual life. And how I mean is, yes, people love God, but God said, forsake not to assemble amongst the saints. And the coronavirus has almost eradicated that. You know, I've been in church almost 20 years, and I'm a musician, you know, I'm pastor now, but I ain't missed church in no Sunday. And not because I was getting paid or anything. I wasn't getting paid. I was going to church because I liked to go to church. And this coronavirus is messing with people's mind, their mental ability, their financial ability, their spiritual ability, their family lives. It's causing division. It's causing people to go crazy. I seen a video the other day where a woman maced a couple just because they didn't have their mask on. And it's causing hysteria. It's causing more harm to humanity than just the regular 700,000 people that has passed away. So I'm not insensitive to the people that passed away, but people die every day. And if you knew how many people died every day, you know, it'll bring you in some kind of balance. And I've researched it. Actually, 5 people die every second. 5 people die every second. 300 people every minute. 18,000 people every hour. 37,000 people die every day. 437,000 people die every day. And if you took that in perspective, you understand people die from all kinds of things. Cancer, 800,000 people in just the United States died from cancer. And cancer, you can get cancer. A lot of people, well, cancer. Well, you can cause cancer from anything. You can get cancer from the sun. And from what they said this year, people was getting cancer putting baby powder on. I mean, Johnson & Johnson was giving people cancer, you know? And so, you can die from anything. But they're using this coronavirus as a control mechanism because of people's sensibility of life. But if you really knew how vulnerable we was, period, because I was shocked to know that 5 people die every second. Every second? I was like, whoa, Lord Jesus. But you would think, man, that's a lot. But 10 people born every second. And so you got almost double that. And so for the population to be, because as I look, 17 million people across the world have gotten this virus. But out of the 17 million people that have got the virus, only 600,000 people have died. And if you take that into account, that number is very minimum. I mean, 17 million people? And then what I just said about the 5 people die every second? Not from the coronavirus, just in general. And so, anything you spotlight all the time, anything that you talk about all the time, always in your face, it causes a response. It's a form of brainwash, because if you're bombarded with negative things every day, I was always wondering why every day they had to tell you how many people died. 10 people, 12 people died. They don't do that. They didn't do that for the H1N1. That was a pandemic. They didn't do that for SARS. They didn't do that for the bird flu. They didn't do that for they don't do that for oh Jesus, I'm losing my throat. They didn't do that for the common flu. And a lot of people say, well, the flu and the coronavirus is different. Well, not necessarily. Because 34 million people get the flu in the United States every year. And because the short amount of time the flu lasts, it lasts like 6 weeks. That's the flu season in the cold. It takes away 40 to 60,000 people. Well, you say, well, the coronavirus have taken 170,000. Well, you understand that the coronavirus has lasted over 7 months, and according to them, the coronavirus been around ever since last year. And so in 7 months, if something run that long, of course you're gonna have these numbers, because it lasts. It's not what they say it was. They say, oh, it just lasts for the 1 month. And so I don't even listen to them really about the coronavirus, because everything they say, they shoot themselves in the foot, because in the beginning, the coronavirus didn't hurt young people. In the beginning, don't wear the mask. Ain't no use to you wearing the mask. Now, mask is the best thing ever since sliced cornbread. They even said, this is their mouth, the medical mask is not a protection for the coronavirus, because it's a surgical mask for doctors not to put germs on the patients when they got them open. It's not mask that's protecting them from the patient. And so now they're saying not even put no mask, they just put anything on your face. Now I know anything covering your face will give you some kind of protection as far as a minuscule amount of protection. But they contradict themselves. Because people walking around with bandanas on their face, scarves. I mean, what can a scarf do that it can translate all kinds of virus through that scarf, because it's not a medical grade or N95 mask. So it gives you a sensitive security when it really don't. It ain't really secure. So, you know, and now they finding people hundreds of dollars not to wear it. I mean, and it's like a control mechanism. And I don't subscribe to control. I mean, controlling, you know, I miss church. I miss being around the saints. You know, I say that eventually we have to live with this. We're going to have to take the proper precaution, not sneezing on people, washing your hands, maybe stand distance from folks, 6 feet distance. But as far as all this controlling, because people are getting kicked out of their houses, man. People about to be homeless, man. I mean, the mental recovery from this pandemic will be immense. The mental situation that's going to be with this virus is going to be immense, man. It's going to be very bad. But don't let it control you. Don't let them put so much fear in you where you can't live your life. That you can't. It's like they want to make you like we are doomed if we don't follow everything that they say. And I don't believe that to be true. I don't lean on man, I lean on God. God said that he don't worry about who can kill the body, he worry about who can kill the soul anyway. And so I can't live with fear. But I'm glad to talk to you all, and I love you all. And peace.